Alright guys, welcome back to part 3 of Matt Rife's OnlyFans special, guys. Today we're going to be checking out I'll probably check out the next 15 minutes of this now. And yeah, we just saw his Ouija board joke, and now we're at the end of that joke now, and we're gonna go up to this next part here. But yeah, guys, look, let me know what other videos you want me to check out. Consider checking out the page for more exclusive bonus content reactions from me, and let me know also at what point did you laugh, what parts you found the most funny. But guys, or maybe if you didn't laugh at all. But guys, like, with that being said, let's get straight into this video. Let's go.
Now I'm terrified, up by myself. I'm trying to wake her up. I'm like, hey, Allison. Hey. Great. She's asleep. Now I gotta play with it by myself. So I start jerking off, and she wakes up straight out of an exorcism. It was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh God! And I swear to God, a spirit left my body and hit her right in the face. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, look at this girl's face in the front, right? She knows exactly what that spirit was there. That's crazy. Spirit, yeah? Spirit. That is insane. We know he's not talking about spirit there. What was he?
Right in the face. It was the craziest thing.
Bruh.
Off, and she wakes up straight out of an exorcism. It was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh God! And I swear to God, a spirit left my body and hit her right in the face. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that girl was like, wow.
Oh God. I never saw her again. I never saw. To this day, I'm not convinced she wasn't a ghost. Wouldn't surprise me. That's why I can't mess with young people. I really can't. She was 25, 26, just put off of it. It makes me feel so much older dealing with somebody like that. I do feel older. I date older women. All my friends are older. I fucking hate kids so much. Kids fucking suck, man. Oh my God. They're so garbage. I don't like young people at all, man.
He just made a joke earlier in this saying he'd be a great stepdad. So I'm wondering how he's going to play on this one now that he's saying he doesn't like kids.
Fucking suck, man. Oh my God. They're so garbage. I don't like young people at all, man. We just don't click. I'm not on, I don't know, none of the apps that they're on. What's the one app? Like literally every kid is on it.
It's on.
No. Amber Alert? Every kid is on Amber Alert, aren't they? It's like, man, anybody looking for you. How many followers you got? Enough for a search party, I hope.
I don't know about that.
See, this is hilarious to me because I can feel the hypocrisy radiating off y'all right now. Like, I'm the asshole. That's adorable. Okay. When's the last time you got an Amber Alert on your phone and your first reaction wasn't, oh, shit. How do I turn this off? How do I... none of y'all, like, we gotta find these kids! Not one person. Y'all haven't found a kid since milk was in a carton. Okay, judge me. It's a terrible app. It's the worst app.
Yeah, you guys gotta let me know if that's actually an app and that's true, because I don't know if... Because you could say I'm a kid as I'm Gen Z, so I don't know about that.
It's vague. Like, be on the lookout for a 2015 silver Prius. Like, is he in my Uber? Is this a ride share? Did I hit pool? The alarm's the worst part, by far. They haven't changed the alarm in like 30 years. It's still the same. I get so mad when that shit goes off on my phone. I could be standing next to the kidnapper. Be like, hey, is it in the settings? I go to general, notification. I closed out the Wayfair app.
The Wayfair.
Do you guys remember that? You guys remember when Wayfair was selling other stuff? For any of you guys who might not remember, Wayfair, the furniture company, in 2020 was accused of, allegedly, being involved in human trafficking. And
Okay, that's serious.
we forgave them pretty quick, didn't we? They're killing it. Their business is booming right now. Supply the chairs y'all sitting on right now. So if you could, please give a warm round of applause for our sponsor.
That's
Bro, they came back hot with some deals, too. They were like, I'm sorry, 5, our bad 10. I was like, these are the ages of the discounts. Like, I just don't trust you anymore. I don't trust you. It's bad, man. We found out as a people, we hate human trafficking, but not as much as we hate an unfurnished patio. Am I right? Them umbrellas ain't cheap, man. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's very serious, and I do feel very bad for all the families affected by that. Obviously, I feel terrible about it, but I especially feel bad for the dude who just wanted a desk. You know what I mean? How many times have you got the wrong order in the mail? Now you gotta get a crib too? A lot of money out of pocket. It's messed up, man. You can't support them. Don't support Wayfair. They're terrible. Not as bad as IKEA, but fuck IKEA. You kidding me? They're way worse. IKEA needs to come with a kid just to help put that shit together. Somebody gotta hold these sides, bro. God damn. Can I go home now? I don't know, man. That's a lot of leftover pieces. You sure you didn't skip any steps? There's always so many leftover pieces after an IKEA project, isn't there? You look at a final IKEA piece like, I guess that's it. And you find out you messed up on step 8 of 49. You're like, I guess we just don't have a bottom shelf. It is what it is. We'll put tall stuff there.
That's right, you know. Hey, I don't even be going IKEA like that because obviously, you know, I'm not having to get new stuff for my room that I live in under my parents' roof. But it's to say, I did help my mom look for a wardrobe, and that thing was just long. It's so many steps, bro. So,
I guess we just don't have a bottom shelf.
And it was like, you forgot this party, and I was like, wow, okay, fairs.
And you find out you messed up on step 8 of 49. You're like, I guess we just don't have a bottom shelf. It is what it is. We'll put tall stuff there.
Tall stuff.
Guys, relax. Still me. Remember the dude who's been telling jokes for 45 minutes? Still just a joke. This is why comedy is the most frustrating job in the world. It's because this is the only job in the world that I would have to reiterate to y'all what I'm doing. That I'm just kidding. I don't mean this shit that comes out of my mouth. Rappers don't have to do that. Rappers are literally like, I fucked your bitch and killed your family. And y'all are just like, ah! They don't gotta be like, I'm just rapping, y'all. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I'm David, you know me. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
I'm David.
So hypocritical, man. That's the one thing comedians do have.
David's such a typical no David ever does anything wrong. What guy called David is in the freaking news for crime? Like, you're just not gonna see a David.
So hypocritical, man. That's the one thing comedians do have over rappers, is freedom of speech. It's kind of like an unwritten rule in comedy, right? Like, you can joke about messed up stuff as long as it's funnier than it is messed up.
I hear it.
Rappers don't get that kind of leeway. It's not fair. Like, if they admit to a crime they did on beat, they still go to jail. I don't think that's fair. Respect the artistry. Give them a chance, okay? I think if you can make a doper song than the charges you're trying to beat, you get to go home. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. All spectrums of crime, too. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but to be fair, if he was making a joke about killing people, then that's different. Because rappers be talking about doing actual crimes. He's saying controversial things. Like, and you can't get done for that, technically. Even though people cancel you, you're not going to do jail time, I don't think, if you're saying you're going to do those, you know, controversial things. But the actual rappers be saying, so I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? It's a bit different.
You get to go home. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. All spectrums of crime, too. Can you imagine Ted Bundy in court? And they're like, you're going to jail forever. And he's like, well, wait till you hear this shit. It's a little song I call I Eat the Pussy Up, starring J Doms.
Damn.
Because he's a cannibal.
I don't even know what J Doms is.
Okay. That one was a tough sell. That's fine. I understand. Let's see if we can get y'all back with something a little bit more level-headed we can all kind of get on board with. Gun control? Why not, right? Can't be worse than the Wayfair shit. It is. This was way worse. If that one wasn't your shit, buckle up. This is a lot harder one to tackle. Gun control is so tricky because I see both sides. I do understand. I understand the amendment, everyone's right to have a gun. That makes sense to me, especially when it comes to things like protection or providing for your family. That makes sense. But at the same time, not everybody gets a gun, right? That's crazy. You all know somebody. You're like, this motherfucker should not have a gun, right? It's so easy to be irresponsible with a gun. When's the last time you held a gun and didn't do this shit? People freak out every time. Like, no, don't. Like, I wouldn't, but would I? It's a timeless bit. That shit has been funny for centuries. I think it's so easy to be irresponsible with a gun that I think a simple interim solution would be, it just needs to be a little bit harder to get the gun. That's all I suggest. I think there's so many tiers to responsibility you should have to surpass before you can have a gun. That's all I suggest. And I'm not even proposing anything difficult. Simple shit. Like, if you haven't had sex yet, straight up, no gun. Okay, that is way too much power for you. How are you gonna pull a trigger before you've had to pull out? Like, that takes discipline, and I need to see you in a moment of crisis, okay? Can you handle the power? Do you realize if something as simple as that was implemented, if something as simple as having sex was a requirement for getting a registered firearm, what kind of impact that would have on the entire problem? School shootings would drop off almost completely. Have you ever seen pictures of these kids who shoot up schools? They are so fucking ugly. You kind of get it a little bit. Like, they weren't fucking. There has never been a handsome school shooter that they were like, he was gonna be prom king. Like, never once. Never. No one has time to write a manifesto and get pussy. That's science, okay? It's too much detail. Look, I'm well aware that school shootings is a very hard thing to try to make funny. But we're gonna try. And I feel like I owe the explanation as to, like, why would I joke about something that's fucked up? And the reason being is it's sort of my coping mechanism. I try to make light of terrible situations, luckily through humor, so that I'm not sad every fucking day. Because what's the first thing you do when you wake up every morning? You check your phone, right? Probably get on Twitter. There's some sort of news. Yeah, you get caught up. Doesn't it feel like there's something negative immediately? There's so much negativity in front of our faces daily that I can't imagine living any kind of life where I don't have an outlet for that negativity. It just festers inside of me and makes me a miserable human being. If I have an outlet through humor, I'm going to use it. You be miserable, not me.
Okay.
Now, I respect that that's not for everybody. That's not how everybody's brain works. Like, I had a woman furious one time. She stood up in the middle of a show one time when I was doing some other school shooting material. And she was furious. She stood up and was like, "You shouldn't do jokes about school shootings."
Wow.
And I was like, "Why?" She was like, "Because what if it happened to you? What if you lost your kid in a school shooting incident? Could you make jokes about it then?" And I was like, this bitch. It's like context, you know what I mean? It's a comedy show. Clearly, everything I'm saying is hypothetical. Like, I'm not talking about this in a literal sense, especially because I don't have any fucking kids, okay? So it's not something I have to think about on a daily basis. But it's something I had never taken into consideration. So it did fuck me up a little bit. I had to take a step back as a man and as a comedian and actually ask myself.
Wow.
Like, if I lost my kid in a school shooting incident, could I ever make jokes about it?
Wow, that's serious.
And the answer is yeah. It's a hard yes for me. Okay, that is for sure how I would heal through that traumatic experience. Are you kidding me? Second of all, it's my kid. That's fucking fair game, okay? There is no way I'm not killing it at that funeral. Like, he was never good at hide and seek. Like, come on, man. That shit is too easy, bro.
Oh, not me thinking he was about to be serious for a second. Wow, I got sent. I was the only one that thought these guys was gonna get real deep and serious right now. That's mad.
He was never good at hide and seek. Like, come on, man. That shit is too easy, bro. The kids don't play the games anymore. It's easier targets. Hashtag bring back hide and seek.
He just said if the kids don't play the game anymore, it's easier targets. Because it's the kids that be good, man. The kids be cracked.
The kids don't play the games anymore. It's easier targets.
That's crazy.
Hashtag bring back hide and seek. I like this topic only because it creates such a divide racially between black people and white people when it comes to the topic of school shootings, because
really
it's usually us. And black people love to joke all the time. They love to be like, oh, you know, it's all the white kids shooting up all the schools. You know, shooting up the schools, a white kid's sport. I hear that joke all the time. Shooting up the schools, a white kid's sport. It's funny. It's a good joke.
Wow, is that an actual joke? That's insane. That's interesting. That's the dynamic there. Wow. Okay.
All the time. Shooting up the schools, a white kid's sport. It's funny. It's a good joke. Until you think about the history of sports. Because if I know anything about the history of sports, it's that if white people are good at it now, black people are going to be way better at it someday.
Wow, that's a good joke.
Somebody gotta be Wilt. Somebody gotta come in and change the game.
That's a good joke.
Some of you aren't laughing because it's fucked up, and some of you are because you're like, he's right. They're gonna be faster. They're gonna be stronger.
That's so good. You know, it's funny now because in the Olympics, when I'm seeing a lot of these contestants, it's a lot of them are black. Especially when it comes to the races, especially, it's black. I don't see a all of these guys are either from the Caribbeans or they're African, representing for all over the world. That's just mad. It's mad.
And cancel. Awesome.
All right, guys, look, we're gonna pause it there. We got the last, I think, 15 or 13 minutes of the show to watch. That will be doing that in the next episode. But guys, look, if you made this point, comment down a green heart so I know who made this far. Let me know what parts you found especially funny, and also let me know so a lot of the stuff he's saying is true. Because a lot of the stuff is centered at a more, I think, American crowd. So I'll be very curious to see if a lot of those things are true, what he said, especially with the school shooting thing. But yeah, guys, look, that being said, I'm the boy JayFlex. This has been Matt Raf's OnlyFans special, full special, part 3. And for those guys who made this point, I've been absolutely wonderful. I've got a place of all the Matt Raf ones I've done so far, so it'll be linked at the end if you want to see the whole special just in segmented parts. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.